Counselor? There's a raccoon stuck in the vending machine.
That's so annoying. I wanted a snack.
Welcome to Trail Mix.
Our mini episodes from Camp Counselors podcast.
Each week, the stories come from you, our Camp Shady Birch campers.
We want to hear your juicy gossip,
Top secret confessions,
embarrassing and scary stories.
and sprinkle in our sage counselor advice.
Trail Mix is for the campers.
And God, do we love ya. Hey, happy campers. Welcome back to Trail Mix.
This is our mini episode where we read listener-submitted stories brought to you by listeners like you.
Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a fabulous weekend wherever you are listening.
Yes.
This is Zachariah on the mic and Jonathan on the ones and twos.
Oh, hello out there.
Oh,
I have to talk about my current obsession. I just have to cut right to it.
Go for it.
I've been spring cleaning a little early. I feel like I'm constantly spring cleaning.
you don't like clutter.
I don't like clutter. I think I've talked about it on the podcast before, but I watched that episode of Hoarders and I had this internal fear that I would become a hoarder at some point. So I just throw things out, even if they matter or I need them sometimes when I just get like, I don't want to say manic, but
It's manic.
everything goes out the window and I'm like, get everything out. I don't need anything. Yeah. And I feel like I've been in like that space lately. So that's super fun. But using it to my benefit, I've been organizing. We have a junk drawer downstairs. I have to tackle that. Maybe I'll tackle that tomorrow. But it is a disaster. It's disgusting. There's so many random bits and bobs in there. I'm constantly looking for something and I open that drawer and I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm just going to buy another. And then I go about and I buy another. So I bought the little organization trays and I'm kind of excited to see what I find in there.
Our junk drawer is so overpacked with just like, it's madness in there. It's madness.
Can I throw out the scented markers?
Yes, because you bought the other markers.
I did. Now we have too many. We have too many. And the scented markers, I'm going to say it, they're probably dry. They're from 2020, babes.
They're old scented markers, but you bought the alcohol markers and those are great. So you can throw out my scented markers. Fine.
Perfect. Yeah, they're just taking up so much space and like haven't seen you use them. So what are we doing? What else did I do to organize? Oh, new. How thrilling is this episode? New Tupperware, y'all. I needed to get the glass ones because the pasta sauce agenda. Anytime you microwave something in there that has pasta sauce. Also, I heard about like, I don't know, plastic's bad to microwave. I'm doing worse things to my body, Lord knows. But I just don't like to, microwave my plastics and have everything ugly and everything's mismatched. And I don't know where half of them are.
Yeah, you want to upgrade to glass. You're upgrading your life. That's the whole thing. This year is about upgrade. It's an upgrade year. I'm a upgrade.
What else did I buy? I think that was it, right?
That's probably enough to talk about today.
Spice racks. I need to
here we
figure
go.
out. We have so many spices.
We're losing them.
I'm sorry. I'll finish it on. We gotta clear out. Now I'm just telling you like what we need to do in the kitchen. We gotta clear out that spice rack.
I thought you jumping to start the episode talking about your to-do list for organization. You said I'm taking the wheel here. Y'all are going to listen and talk about our junk.
No, it's going to come full circle. Just wait. We have like, what's it called? Duplicates.
Connect that dot.
How many cinnamons can two gays have? The limit does exist and it should end at 1.
True.
And we have about 4. I think I took one from an Airbnb by accident.
That doesn't sound like an accident.
I got that off my chest. That feels better. And there is no full circle. It doesn't come full. That was it.
And sometimes life doesn't connect at the end.
And that's okay. Life's not a movie.
It can be if it's a biopic.
Amen. So where do we go from here? Should we just jump into today's episode?
Let's jump into today's episode. I have a camper asking for advice in need of an activity with her awkward friends.
That sounds like a good time. I've got a messy confession involving nature's litter box, aka the beach.
Ooh, and I have a scary story with a broken vase that spilled the truth. Let's get into it.
Are we qualified to be giving advice? No. Are we going to do it anyway? Absolutely.
Welcome back to Dear Counselors. I'm feeling like a therapist.
Ooh.
I'm feeling like a friend.
I'm thinking, dear counselors, instead of like dear counselors, like writing a letter, I pictured 2 little does with antlers and they're dressed up with like a whistle around their neck, working the camp.
You love Bambi ass.
I do love Bambi ass. You
Well,
Bambi-eyed bitch.
You better be a Bambi-eyed bitch right now and listen up with your eyes and your ears and your mouth.
Okay, I'm with me.
Because this is important to our camper.
Got
So should I ask what they're asking us of?
I was hoping you would.
Dear counselors. Hey, fabulous foresters.
That's a new one.
I like that.
I love that.
I need your sage green counselor advice once again.
Oh, a duplicate.
I'm the babe that asked for help sneaking into an apartment pool last summer. I owe my killer tan to y'all.
Oh my God, wait. Stop.
I remember
love
that one.
Yes. If you don't know what we're talking about, in a trail mix at some point last year, this camper wrote in trying to get into the local pool without actually living there. So we were telling her how to like break in without breaking in.
Yeah, it was a new apartment complex across the street from her apartment complex.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
That was.
So keeping the party rolling, I am 29 and throwing my 30th birthday party soon.
Ooh, so is Zachariah.
So am I. The theme is a rip to my 20s. Think fabulous funeral black fits, a hot DJ open bar, hosted in a dark, sexy, restored speakeasy from the 1920s.
Oh, is that the vibe we're going for? Or are we actually going to be there?
That's what she's actually going to be at.
Oh, wow.
That's the vibe. That's the whole plan.
I love that.
I am so pumped, ready to shake my elbows and throw some ass.
All right.
This is a party.
This is a party.
If I'm not shaking my elbows and throwing some ass, I don't want to be there.
Now, this might be morbid. I'll have to edit this out. But I would want to, like, I didn't throw like a RIP funeral to my 20s. But what if she's like carried out in a casket, like open casket ass, and like just waving from it? And just like, hi.
That's fun, but I don't know if the budget allows for that.
You can rent them at Costco.
Okay, enough of that. But a lot of my friends and my partner aren't very dancey. They're not very dancey.
Okay, I know the type.
Do you have an idea for a fun party game that introverted, non-dance floor folks can play at a bar in the first hour or two of the party? I want to keep the vibes high and help my beloved, less rowdy friends have something fun to do in the first bit of the party and ultimately get them on the dance floor after a few cocktails. Something easy, low maintenance that gets people drinking and mingling. Any ideas? Signed, the happy camper shimmying from cabin 29 to cabin 30.
Okay. Oh my God, wait, that's cute.
That's clever. Okay, I understand the predicament and I see it in my mind's eye and I'm trying to get you there. So, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, because I'm racking my brain because my first thoughts are like at a house party.
Yeah, but we're at a
And how
bar.
to navigate that, but we're at a bar.
Well, it's an open bar and that helps for this. I think in this situation, people are coming to party. They know it's a 30th birthday. It's a big plan. Give people a little bit more credit that they're there to have a good time, but we want to get the energy up. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So, couple things to get the energy up. Good music.
Mm-hmm.
Lock in with that sexy DJ and be like, hey, I'm sure you have some great ideas, but I need some bangers from the jump. Some things that are nostalgic. Go back, you're 30, go back to 2013, okay? What was popping off that year? If your friends are your own age, get people back in that rowdy time of their life, like 16 to 20, you know what I mean? What was popping off then? Get that playing. Also, demand a round of shots.
Yeah.
Your friends are going to be like, I don't like shots. That's okay. Get an easy shot. I'm talking green tea, white tea,
Kamikaze.
lemon drop, something that just kind of wets the whistle and kind of gets the energy high. Don't come in swinging with tequila. Not yet. There's a time for that. Not now. Okay. Start with an easier shot. And that's kind of where I think we get people kind of like hyped up. Also, there is a little bit of weight on you. It's your party. If you have to introduce some people, great. Think about it ahead of time. Who's going to vibe with who? And just really get people chatty Cathy's right from the jump.
Also, keep in mind, like you said in this email, she said like the first 2 hours.
Yeah, because she wants it to go all night.
I don't think it's going to take that long. I think if you like kind of hit it a little hard towards the beginning and then pace yourself later.
That's what I'm saying. I think some people want to play that pace game too long. And it's like, this is a birthday that you spend a lot of money on.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want people to be silly. So get them silly immediately. Rip the Band-Aid off. You know what I mean? And play the It's My Birthday card the entire night. It's my birthday. Get on the floor.
It's my birthday. Take the shot with me, please.
And if anything, like if be all end all, you want people on the dance floor, like your partner, right? what's a song that would get him going? Because
Yeah.
if he's going crazy, you're going to be going crazy. You're the kind of camper that you snuck into a pool, babe. You don't care.
Yeah.
You'll do anything for the bit and you'll do anything for fun. So at the end of the day, I think you will have fun if they're having fun. So let them take the lead on the music, but force a little booze down their gullets. Okay.
When in doubt, canola oil twister. That gets everybody going.
Just don't avoid the route of like games, I fear.
Oh.
You
Well, you can't really. What are you gonna do? Everybody sit around sit at the bar, and we're gonna do ride the bus.
Yeah,
we're at a bar. That's a good solution when you're at a house, but we're at a bar.
Yeah, like we don't need to play get to know me games.
Yeah,
they know you. They know you. They don't need to know anybody else.
Okay, well then maybe have everybody go around and share their favorite story. If it's super awkward, be like, okay, what's a crazy memory that other people might not know about me?
Oh my god. Okay, so what's the budget? I have another idea. If you can get a bag of wigs.
Bitch.
And make everybody pull out of a bag with their eyes closed and whatever wig they get, they have to put on. Even if they're like those simple rainbow ones. Okay. Like, I don't love a rainbow bob. I never have. But at a 30th birthday, this could be fun. I know it's going against your color wave. Then maybe get all black bobs.
Yeah. Oh
my God.
Edna Mode ass.
Edna Mode. And people I'm not joking. They don't know how to act when the wig's on. They act like somebody else in a good way. They get crazy. Get everybody sunglasses and bobs. And then be like, Bob Brigade. And then everyone will start feeling crazy.
Edna Mode engaged.
It's worth some money. It is. If you really want them to turn up.
Perfect.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Bob. Pass them around. Okay. Let us know. Send us pics.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
This episode of Camp Counselors is sponsored in part by Factor. Ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes. So you can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. We love Factor. We were Factor customers before we got the sponsorship. Personally, I absolutely love the Romano and black pepper shrimp pasta. It might be my favorite, but it's hard to say because they're constantly changing up the menu and we like to keep it fresh. Factor can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfast, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons. Reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/camp50off and use code CAMP50off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code CAMP50OFF at factormeals.com/camp50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. These meals are so delicious, you are not going to regret this, campers.
This is a really big secret. Thank God we're on a body of water. This is Confession Canoe.
Welcome back to Confession Canoe. If you have something to confess and you need to get it off your chest, write it into us and we'll send it out into the ether anonymously, of course. Our email is campcounselorspod@gmail.com. Yeah. And campcounselorspodcast.com. Little rusty. Need a little WD-40. Okay. This could be a scary story, but it's actually a confession because I say it's a confession. Here we go.
Okay.
Greetings from Massachusetts.
Yay! Do your thing, honey.
I love your podcast and I listen in/watch it every week.
Thank you.
I wish you guys were still local in Massachusetts because listening to you makes it sound like I'm talking to my friend group. Anyways, this story takes place in Atlantic City, New Jersey in 2006.
God, nothing good ever happens in Atlantic City.
The best year of music.
Honestly, it was.
To set the scene, I was the ripe old age of 12. A hard side part, foundation that did not match my face, a green Envy phone, skinny jeans, Etnies skate shoes, you get the vibe. My aunt and uncle were surprising me with concert tickets to the Rolling Stones. That's honestly kind of cool. 2006, you're 12 years old and you love the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, she's a rock chick.
She's a rock chick. She looks a throw shit. They had no kids but treated me like a daughter, beyond blessed. And we, along with my mother, made the trek to New Jersey to see the concert. I'm an old soul when it comes to music, so I appreciated the gift more than anything. We were walking the boardwalk, and I was clutching my brand spanking new iPod Shuffle with allegedly illegally downloaded songs on it from LimeWire and or FrostWire. I never heard of FrostWire.
I did FrostWire. I think you I don't know that I remember both. When LimeWire wasn't working, everyone moved to FrostWire.
Oh, TikToks versus Reels.
Yeah.
Epidemic. Okay. This was in October/November, so it was cold and a ghost town in AC. Like I said, I was only 12, so I wasn't able to go into any of the casinos. They were practically the only thing open and a total buzzkill for the adults. So we decided to get lunch. It was at this restaurant called Pickles, and I can still smell the half-sour pickles in my nose. I ordered a Coke and fish and chips.
So you.
That is so Counselor Jonathan coded. They were finger-licking good, and I was satisfied with my meal. We paid the bill and left. My mom just got a new digital camera, so we went to take pictures on the beach. Again, so Counselor Jonathan coded.
New camera alert. Everybody get down to the fucking water and get in a line and spell YMCA with your hands. And then we're going to put our feet in a weird star shape.
And then everybody fingers in, and then I'm going to find a ladder. Better. I'm going to find the lifeguard. What is it called? The lifeguard castle?
Stands.
I'm going to get on top of the lifeguard stand, and you're all going to spell out something in the sand with your bodies.
Grab a shell, bitch.
And we're waiting till it's night. We're getting glow sticks. I'm putting the low shutter speed on, and we're going to spell out the year in the air.
I love that.
Posting that on MySpace later. Okay. We paid the bill and we left. Okay. So everybody's running down to the beach. Okay. My aunt and uncle were posing. I was smiling for photos when all of a sudden Mount Vesuvius was erupting in my stomach. It's gotta be from the fried fish.
It's the oil. The oil.
Sometimes, if it's not done properly, like they do at Wilson's in Manhattan, so good. But if it's not done properly, that fish will harbor an oil in between the beer batter fry, and the fish itself.
Yeah, you basically just created a slip and slide in your organs.
It's disgusting. And I'm sorry this is happening to you. I was recently diagnosed with lactose intolerance, but nothing I ate at lunch had dairy. So I thought I just had to pass some gas. No, girl, I'm telling you, it's the oil from the fish. You know when your stomach hurts so bad you can't move because you're scared it'll get worse?
Yes.
That's what's happening to me.
I know that feeling.
I slowly sat down on the disgusting cigarette cemetery beach and did some deep breaths.
Of course.
I told my mom mid-photo shoot that my stomach hurt. She just brushed it off. A couple of minutes later, I said, "Mom, I really, really have to go to the bathroom." She said to give her a minute, and honey, she did not have a minute. The next thing you know, I'm shitting myself on the beach. I'm in disbelief at what just happened. Did I really just shit myself? My mom couldn't believe it. My aunt and uncle could not believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was mortified. The worst part, walking the boardwalk with shitty Aeropostale skinny jeans. Oh my God, I'm literally wearing Aero right now. Shitty Aeropostale skinny jeans, trying to find the bathroom because it was off season.
Oh.
Can we find a bathroom? In Dakota Fanning Uptown Girls fashion. News flash. You're not gonna. Do you see her anywhere? News flash.
You're not gonna.
After shuffling for what felt like decades. Also, oh my God, not only is she shitting herself in denim, but skinny denim.
Yeah, and she's walking up and down the cold boardwalk.
This is a nightmare. I can't believe it. After shuffling for what felt like decades, we finally found a bathroom. I was able to get cleaned up and purchased some Grandpa Gray sweatpants with Atlantic City written on the butt. My family still teases me to this day about it. That will always be a memorable trip, especially because I smelt weed for the first time at the concert.
What's that? What's that weird smell?
There's a skunk around here. So I smell something
I
weird.
smell something wiggle.
Mom, I feel a little bit hungry. Sincerely, the camper with the chafed derriere in cabin 7 eating Papa Gino's pizza.
Oh my God.
That was a classic story. And I didn't even mean to do this. I'm wearing it. You guys, if you're not watching, you're only getting half the story. But for our YouTube viewers, you can already see that I'm wearing my Aeropostale sweatshirt that I did wear in last week's episode as well, because they were filmed together. You caught us. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a shitty story, but a great story.
I love that. And I feel like I've been there. Not on the Atlantic City beach, but I've been close to that.
She could have, I know this isn't helpful now, but she could have just shit like it was a litter box and just buried it.
The only time I've shit in denim was at a 99. The thing is, I was in the 99. It didn't have to happen. Like, I just didn't I trusted a fart. And I was standing, you're like up near a table and you're about to leave and you have your hand on the pole and your knees on the booth and you're kind of just like leaning in for conversation and you're like, I gotta go to work. Mm-hmm. And then you like lean in a little bit and you just like push a little bit. And I was like, ooh.
Cake pop, any flavor. Ooh.
That was a cake pop, any flavor oop moment.
Well, I'll let you guys sit in that.
Scary stories around the campfire.
Welcome back to Scary Stories Around the Campfire.
Boo, bitch.
Boo, 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 bitch. This one doesn't scare me, but it does embarrass me. It makes me feel nervous.
Okay, so if you have an embarrassing story or a truly paranormal, scary, spooky story or a terrifying situation you were in, were you trapped on an elevator? Tell us about it. campcounselorspod@gmail.com.
Thank you. Hello, my lovely counselors.
Hi.
First, I want to thank you both for creating such a fun and safe space. I don't usually listen to podcasts, but when my daughter showed me Camp Counselors, I was hooked. We giggle and kick our little feet talking about you two. Also, a fellow New Englander, I feel right at home.
Hi.
Oh, I love that.
I also love that like mommy-daughter podcast time.
Oh my God, we see that so much at the live shows.
Truly.
A lot of mother-daughters at the live shows. It's the best. I love it. We've cultivated quite the camper community.
Through generations and generations to come.
Chicken man guarantee. All right, now on to my story. I've changed the name so you can read as is. This happened a while back, but it is still ingrained in my mind. You'll see why. It was 1995-ish.
I wasn't born.
Yes, you were. You were definitely born. I was born that year, so you were born way before that.
Stop. Not way before that.
Way before that.
A couple days before that.
A couple of years before that.
Stop.
And I was in my 20s, our camper rates. Freshly single after a string of lackluster dates with men. Then I met Adam. He was handsome, funny, in an earnest, soft way.
Might I say, a damn good man?
And leading man handsome.
Oh.
The way you're describing this man, like, hello, write a book, girl.
Leading man handsome.
And like funny in an earnest sort of way. I love the word earnest.
I don't think I've ever used it properly.
I always use it properly. Like right now, I'm being so earnest right now. I love the word earnest.
Is earnest like frontward facing? Or is it like, I think of it like anxious, but I don't think that's right.
That's not right. And I love you, but that's not right. Earnest is like, it's like I'm being so sincere. It's kind of sincere.
Oh, sincere.
Not sincere. Okay.
I'm going to start signing off my letters. Earnestly, Jonathan.
Yeah, when you're being earnest though, but don't write a goofy letter and then say earnestly because it's not making sense.
Okay.
How many letters are you writing currently?
I'm currently working on one.
I'm in the middle of 4.
I'm hoping I can get it published by the end of the year.
Okay. By our 3rd or 4th date, Adam invited me to his place for dinner. He promised homemade lasagna and a bottle of Chianti, and I was eager to see if his culinary skills matched his charm. Who is this man, honey? Homemade lasagna and a bottle of Chianti? I'm horny.
Homemade lasagna, that takes hours. He's ready.
Yeah, but like, I don't love a frozen lasagna.
He said homemade.
I know, but like, it's kind of the only way I want it.
Yeah. No, 100%.
I'm just talking about food now.
Okay. What would you have rather had?
No, I want that. I'm saying like that's amazing because it's like I don't ever want lasagna any other way.
Do you have to boil the noodles before you put it in the
yes,
oven?
you do. There's a recipe I saw on Facebook, so you can't trust it, that it was raw noodles. And I was like, no, it's going to be al dente.
It might cook in the sauce though.
I'm not trying it that way.
Okay.
We never make lasagna.
I don't love lasagna.
I like you don't like
baked ziti without the ricotta cheese or half, maybe a quarter the required amount of ricotta cheese and vodka sauce.
What's the opposite of your talk? You're speaking my language. You're speaking in a different language. I don't understand you.
I don't know how to talk to you.
His apartment was on the 2nd floor of a brownstone in Cambridge. Oh my God, it gets better and better.
We're masked.
With creaky wooden floors and mismatched furniture.
Oh, she's putting us there.
I know. Get a writing contract, girl. You can write. It was cute, she said. I was sitting in an armchair in his living room while he went to open the bottle of wine. The chair was next to a small table with a collection of books and a porcelain vase. It was a simple but elegant vase, painted with blue flowers and gold trim. Being the bookworm that I am, I turned to look at the books next to the vase when my elbow bumped into the table. The vase wobbled for a split second, which felt like an eternity, before toppling over.
Oh.
An unmistakable gray pile of dust spilled onto the floor next to me. In that moment, I realized it was not a vase, but it was an urn of ash. This is like comedy. This is like a movie. This feels like Meet the Fockers or something.
Okay. I was like still processing all of the imagery when I got that thrown at me. I feel like I've just been whiplashed.
Oh my God.
What the hell we gonna do now?
He didn't have a dog I could blame.
Damn it.
Is there a gerbil? Is there a rat or something?
Is a window open?
I'll take a ghost.
But oh my God, seriously, just leave.
Well, she knew since there was no dog, she had to take it on the chin. Adam came into the room to find the ashes everywhere. Some had even made it into my shoe.
No, not the dearly departed in the DSW.
That was funny. Even writing this now, I can feel my face getting hot. Oh my God, I can do. As it turns out, they were his mother's ashes.
Oh God.
Not even grandma's.
Oh God, and
That's
this was
awful.
Yeah.
I apologized profusely. This urn was one of the last things she had picked out for herself. She had a dark sense of humor, Adam said.
Oh. Is that supposed to make us feel better?
I didn't know what to say. After a long pause, he turned to me with a small, strained smile. At least now I'll have a story for my shrink. What a guy. Like,
oh my God, he's going to therapy in
course.
95?
In 95.
Oh my God, where is he? Get him on the pod.
Despite everything, I laughed, a nervous and breathy sound that broke the tension.
That's what I would do. I have nothing else to give but air.
We dated for a few months after that, and to this day, he was one of the sweetest souls I had ever met. So why wouldn't I stay with him? Turns out, I am so gay.
Oh my God, I thought she was going to say he died.
Nope, she's a lesbian.
Oh, I love that.
Now happily married with a beautiful wife.
Oh.
Maybe that night with Adam's mother's ashes wasn't just a mortifying moment. It was a sign, a warning from the universe that I was on the wrong path. Yes, we will go with that. Love you. Love the podcast. Signed, the 50-year-old lesbian with ashes in her shoe in cabin 2.
My God.
I don't know if that is the sign, but I love that that's how you're telling it to yourself.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's
Oh
awful.
my God,
But
that
what a
is
guy.
awful.
Where is Adam?
I know. Where is he? Get him on the horn.
Get him on the horn. Reach out on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you found your truth and that you're living your honest way.
Me too. I got it. It was, you were in your 20s. It was the 90s. I almost said it was the 20s. You were in your 90s. Not that way.
I think you should really consider writing if you're not. Maybe you are a writer.
Maybe you
writer.
are.
If
Send
you're
us a copy.
Yeah, but if you're not, maybe like write something for fun, because this was really beautifully written. I felt like I was like actually like if this was a story,
Yeah.
I actually wanted to keep reading.
Yeah, you really put us there. I feel like a lot of the time it's so narrative driven that I need to pick up on like what's going around, what's happening in the room, you know?
Yeah, and
put me there.
And I love you, campers, but some of you write like you've never seen a keyboard in your life.
It's also campers. Hey, it's it's okay to like write it in your notes app and draft it and come back and reread it a couple of times over, make sure it makes sense, has a beginning, middle, and an end.
And it was a dream.
And it was not a dream. And you can add to it later. You know, you can be like, oh, there's a couple more details, because sometimes I'm wanting more.
Yeah, take a note from this camper. This was a great length and just beautifully
Beautiful.
written.
Great job.
What a great episode.
This was fabulous.
Oh
I'm loving the trail mixes this time of year.
Yeah, this time of year really inspires quite the narrative.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. If you want to be a part of the show, you can write into camcounselorspodcast.com or write us an email at camcounselorspod@gmail.com for any of our segments, and you just might make it on the show. We'll be back Wednesday and the Monday after that. And with that being said, lights out, campers. I couldn't even find the key.